Hey everyone, I have a quick little video for you today, and that is on enlarging your logie pouch in a single dimension. So today we'll be enlarging your logie pouch only in the height, not scaling up using your printer settings. And this of course can be used on other patterns too, not just on the logie pouch. So what we're going to be doing is what is known in pattern design as slash and spread. Basically what that means is we're going to cut our pattern, we're going to spread it out, and then we're going to join up the lines. And for the logie pouch, because it sits on a flat surface, we're also going to need to square up our corners the way that we would per the Better Box Bottoms video, just to make sure that the bottom seam lines up perfectly, because the side angle of the pouch is going to change once we spread it out. So what you'll need is a copy of your pattern piece. You will also need some scrap paper. You will need a pair of scissors or a rotary cutter that you use for paper, and some sticky tape. So let's get going. The first thing you're going to do is just take your pattern piece and you're just going to cut it straight across the middle. This is a rotary cutter that I only use for paper. So I'm just going to use that here. I'm just going to slice that along there. What you then want to do is work out how much taller you want your pattern piece to be. So let's say I want this to be 2 inches taller. And then I need to take my scrap paper. What I'm going to do is, so that I'm not wasting scrap paper here, is just cut a 3-inch tall piece. Set that aside. And then I'm going to tape the bottom part of my pattern onto that scrap piece of paper. Then what I'm going to do is just measure that 2 inches up from the edge where we cut. I'm just going to draw a line. And now I need to line this back up. So what I'm going to do is just mark the center here, which you could do before you cut it as well. So the center of this piece and the center of this piece. I just want to make sure that they are lined up. I'm actually just going to cut this out quickly because that'll be easier when this pattern piece is actually cut out. Line that up here using my cutting mat to make sure that it's lined up nice and straight. You can even draw a line straight down the middle if you want to. I'm just going to put a little mark there. And then I'm going to take the top piece and I'm going to line that up. So I know my centers are lined up. Then I'm going to take that in place there also. And then you're going to take your pen and your ruler. You're going to draw a line from this corner here up to where the curve starts here. I'm just going to go a little beyond the point on both sides. The same on the other side. And you can make sure that you're lining it up with the same point on the curve by just using your ruler and just marking. Draw the line on that side also. And then the last thing that you need to do is square up this corner. Now, because we've changed the angle of the side here, we do need to adjust this angle here, because this here now is greater than a 90-degree angle. So we're actually going to bring it down a little bit. So using your ruler again, just line that up. You want to have a 90-degree corner right here. So you want to put your ruler at this line here where it's going across the corner, squared up at that outside line. And that creates a 90-degree angle right here. Repeat that on the other side. I'm just using the line on my ruler, putting that on the line that we drew, sliding it down till it lines up with the original corner of the pattern. Just drawing that line there. And then with those drawn in, you can cut out your pattern piece. And then when I get to the top there at the curve, just curve it around, blend that in a little. If it's more abrupt than you may like. And there you have your new pattern piece. Because we haven't changed this corner here as far as the size, the angle here has changed, but this length here is essentially the same as this length here. They're so close that it's not worth adjusting for that. So this and that have basically stayed the same. So your depth of your pouch will be unchanged, but your height will be greater. When you're putting your zipper on, you are going to need to add some length because we've added the 2 inches here. We've just got a little more than 2 inches on the side there, about 2 1/8. So you're going to want to add 4 1/4 inches in length to your zipper. So if you were using a 17-inch zipper for the regular size Logie pouch, you're going to use 21 1/4 inches, which already has some buffer in it, so you could just do 21, and then that will be long enough to go around the new size of your Logie pouch. So that is how I would add just height. If you wanted to add just width, you would cut it this way and then spread it that way, and then you're just going to be simply joining the lines there. You don't have to worry about the angles at all, but again, you would add the extra zipper length, but you would only need to add it once. We had to add double the zipper length because we have more zipper on this side and this side, but if you're only doing the width, then you would only need to add 1. So, hope that helps. Thanks, everyone.